Bienvenidos to Cafecito with HPPR, where we sip coffee, share stories, and celebrate the impact of parks and recreation in our communities. Grab your cafecito and join us for inspiring conversations on leadership, culture, and career growth. Let's build connections one sip at a time.
Welcome, everybody. This is Cafecito with HPPR, the podcast where we sip coffee and talk about how park and recreation shapes Hispanic communities. Today, we have Eric Lopez, who is the district superintendent for City of Fort Worth Park and Recreation Department. Some of his accolades are chair of NRPA National Certification Board. He is the vice chair for Hispanic Professionals in Park and Recreation. And today we're going to be talking about standing out through your CPRP and your CPRE certifications. We'll be discussing standing out and how it impacts Hispanic communities.
Thank you for having me, Maria.
Okay, Eric, this is a fun coffee icebreaker. What is your go-to coffee order and what's the story behind it?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on this episode, Maria. This is a great project. We're excited. I am a coffee lover in the mornings, especially. I one of the things about coffee with me, they only or mainly drink black coffee. It's in the morning, unless I'm in the meetings or a coffee meeting. I can try different things. I definitely do not try or do not drink any cold coffee. So that trend has not hit me yet. Uh, I prefer strong coffee, Puerto Rican coffee. I am from Puerto Rico, so Puerto Rican coffee is my prefer, of course. But here in Texas, where I am not always able to find it. So I have settled in for Bustelo, which is a Cuban strong coffee that I mostly drink in the morning. So, but definitely a coffee lovers, at least in the mornings.
Well, I brought my Texas coffee
Go.
cup that I got in my internship. So I brought this cup just for you. So Eric, tell us a little bit about your journey and how did you get into Parks and Recreation?
Yes, it's been a journey. We have been 17, going into 18 years of career here in Parker Rec. It all started back home when I was in Puerto Rico after finishing my degree in kinesiology. I turned into a nonprofit sector. The Salvation Army gave me the first opportunity of getting into recreation programs. Particularly, I was leading for 7 years different out of school programs with the Salvation Army in my hometown in Puerto Rico, where they led large summer day camps, large after school program, and actually was able to launch a uh, daycare and learning center um, where kids get exposed to physical activities, swimming classes, and other recreation activities. From there, I finalized and went to grad school, get my degree in kinesiology and my master's degree, and start looking for opportunities once I found that there was no more opportunities where it was at the moment. So I started looking for opportunities to relocate to the United States and explore different alternatives until I found an opportunity in Texas here in the city of Fort Worth with the Park and Recreation Department. Back then, 10 years ago, we had a virtual meeting like the one we're having now, with Skype, which was the former the OG of the virtual meetings platforms, and get connected to there. Went to the interview process, was selected, and put a foot in Texas literally 2 weeks before my first day on the job. Um, since then, been in 10 years promoting different, have been with different roles with the city of Fort Worth, and then very excited to be contributing to the field.
Awesome, thank you. And why is today's topic so important to you personally?
Yeah, I am a big advocate of certifications. One of the things that I have been able to do on this career through the different roles that I have been, particularly on the current one as a chair of the NCB, is to advocate for individuals to get certified, and how can that be a springboard to open opportunities, open doors in their career. So definitely, I find myself more times than not with my own team and my people in my network um, selling this certifications. I joke with my team sometimes, telling that I look like a CPRP and CPRE salesman, because I strongly believe on that as a tool, and I strongly encourage everybody to use this as an opportunity to get better and be exposed to a variety of platforms and resources through the certification process.
Thank you. And do you have any childhood or any personal memories that connect you to parks and recreation spaces?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I am a basketball kid, so basketball was my life growing up. So I would pretty much live in the basketball courts during on the time that when I was not at school. So that includes on my neighborhood, on the school during the weekends, exploring the parks and the basketball courts specifically. Um, and that actually helped me deciding for what field do I want to go to college into, because I saw the benefits of the recreation and the sports and the physical activity, how they shape my life, how to develop skills of teamwork and leadership early on in my career before I actually joined the workforce. So it has always been very close to my heart. Sports and recreation and physical activity as an essential service. And then as a parent, definitely my kids, I have experience all of with my kids running from different places, not just at work, but also in my personal life with my own kids. How have they been exposed to different park recreation on one way or the other, from exploring the nature to doing sports and different ways. And it never ceased to amaze me how beneficial our field is for the large scale of life of people.
Definitely, yeah. So we're gonna get right into it. So Eric, couple questions for you. What are the benefits of pursuing CPRP and CPRE certifications?
Yeah, definitely. As you know, the CPRP and CPRE are certifications that you can obtain through the NRPA, which is the association that is kind of the standard of our field. And they are kind of the standard, the gold standard of people that are aspiring of joining leadership or move higher within this field. Uh, Benefits specifically, one of them is you're putting yourself out there in front of your organizations, showing them that you have commitment towards the profession, that you are definitely interested on expanding your toolbox. Once you obtain those, you have get access to platforms that allow you to connect with like-minded professionals around the nation, and access to information through webinars, trainings that you need to take part of it in order to be able to maintain it. And how would that compound that the effect of your growth, because you're being exposed to things that you need to maintain your certification. And it's like the certifications, like in every single career or every single field, they have certifications that are used to kind of set the standard and separate, individuals who are really committed with those are just going to there. So this is the way that we say we really are looking at Parker Rec as a career, and I want to do what is needed to become the best version of myself. There's plenty of benefits on that part, from professional growth to networking and exposure to opportunities, volunteer opportunities within the field.
And you kind of touched a little bit on this already, but how do these certifications differentiate you from other certifications in Park and Rec?
Yeah, one of the things that is important to know when you're looking for to get certified is what are the different options that I have. Well, what is the difference between CPRP, or Certified Park Recreation Professional, and Certified Park Recreation Executive, and how do they differentiate from other certifications? Well, the first is that they are one of the if a prerequisite of the other one. You first become a Certified Park Recreation Professional before you can be an executive, but also these two kind of are the certifications that you can pursue at if you're looking to work at any level or at any field within the broad spectrum of park and recreation field. Also, we have other specific certifications that are very relevant and very valuable as well, like there are certifications for playground safety inspector, for example, or a certified pool operator, which are more relevant for individuals currently working on those areas. Uh, that they can be combined with this other one, which is more like for managers and overall. So the difference is that there's this is more overall leadership certifications. There's others that are more technical, on more specific to the area of field they're working. Licensed irrigator could be another one that you can feel, or therapeutic specialist, which is allows you to equip you to work with individuals with special needs and things of that nature. So there's specific certifications, and there's overall leadership certification, which is the one that you can implement no matter what field or what area you specialize in within Parker Rec.
Yeah. And I feel like it gives you just like a level up as well.
Correct. The CPRE is kind of the highest level in our field to obtain, and definitely everybody who's on leadership position should be looking to reach out to that one day.
And what do some of these tests cover, or what does the CPRP cover and the CPRE cover?
Yeah. So this for the test, you have two different tests, and the test it has like about 125 questions each of those. So as you get ready for it, you need to understand what are you going to find on those. So for CPRP, it's an exam that covered 5 primary sections, which cover operations, programming, human resources, finance, and communication. So for individuals that have been at least at middle management level, even at the programmer level, usually their experience, they interact with all these things one way or the other. You should expect questions that are scenarios, or more less specific, like common sense questions. A couple of them already, but it's focused on those 5 topics, and they are not necessarily distributed evenly throughout this app. So you need to be able to obtain those books, those prep kit materials, so you can prepare for anything that can be thrown at you, because they're selected, in a randomly base. But there's very doable, very passable if you prepare yourself, correctly. For the CPRE, it's a little bit more complex. It's a little bit more. It's more than 12, 13 chapters. It covers more than 20 topics. But the CPRE, the interesting part that I did not know when I take this exam back in 2021, is that the book for the CPRE exam is the exact same resource that you use for your agency CAPRA accreditation. So it is a valuable tool, because if your agency is a CAPRA accredited agency, the book that they are using, the standards that they are using, the 154 standards that are used for CAPRA, comes from the book, the resource that you study for the CPRE. So if you're like me, that by the time that I took this exam or prepared for it, my agency was not a CAPRA accredited agency, then you pass the exam and you become a valuable resource for your organization when they decide to pursue CAPRA, because you have been through that process. And so that's how this right, it's more than 20, including a little bit more of land acquisition, politics, marketing, a little bit of master planning, strategic planning, a little bit more abstract on certain concepts, more from the political and higher up part, but very valuable for organizations as they seek, especially when they seek accreditation.
And Eric, what tips do you have to prepare for the test, and what resources are available to those that are thinking about taking this test or have already planned to and have set their date to take this test?
Yes, one of the things that I highly recommend, and the those that I speak about it, is that when they submit their application and they get that acceptance letter, that they focus on scheduling the exam. Just get your book, get everything you research, and schedule your exam right away. Schedule how much you would need to study to get prepared, and set the date. I mean, you have 1 year to take it. If you feel that by the time that you set the date, you're not ready when you're approaching the date, you can still reschedule if needed. but scheduling helps you to guide you to get a sense of accountability and direction. In my case, for example, when I was preparing for CPRP, I I checked how much was the material. It was about 300 pages book, so I allow like a 3 month period. I scheduled that I was going to read 10 pages a day, and I estimated that in a couple of months I was going to be able to read the entire book, assuming that I was working around 10 pages a day. And I allow another month to kind of go back on the areas that have more difficulty, to practice the test, doing that kind of thing. And in 3 months I was able to take the exam. I gave him plenty of time, but the key was that I had a goal in mind. The goal was I wanted to read 10 pages a day or 50 pages a week, which is 200 pages in a month, right? And I tried to stay very disciplined to that. I actually schedule a specific time of the day to get studied. So in my case, because I work better in the mornings, my brain is working better in the mornings, and because of my family dynamics, then I decided to wake up an hour earlier each day. And while everybody in my house was sleeping, I was studying. By the time that they wake up, I was done already with my study. So I did that for 3 months, and I was able to successfully prepare for that with plenty of time. For the CPRE, because it's 800 and some pages, I follow the same system. Schedule the exam right away. The only thing is I allow myself 6 months to do it and follow the same pattern, 10 pages a day or 50 per week. You are not able to accomplish that each week, but there's some weeks that you can balance them out, um, and you allocate a little bit of a caution on that, but you stay disciplined to that. Again, worst case scenario is that if you're unable to get it in the time that you schedule it, then you can always reschedule, and you have up to a year. So that's my main piece of advice. It has worked for me. The people that I have been able to encourage to get certified have taken that advice, and they have good experience, good results with that as well. So that's the main thing, and the rest of the thing is just be confident. Be confident on do this, and get trust in your preparation when you do this.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of time management and a lot of, strategically um, being intentional with the time that you have to study for the test.
It is, but if you think about it, is many of the skills that you implement at work, right? I mean, this process should mimic your professional career. You have to do that when you're planning an event, when you're planning things. So why not doing it for your personal growth and your personal goals? So
Right. And Eric, what does data say about Hispanic professionals getting certified as it relates to, what we do and this podcast?
yeah, it is great. It is great that we need to uh, when you see the facts. Last year, I was able to present at the conference, actually in Spanish, a session in Spanish with NRP in Atlanta, and it was around the topic of our journey of Hispanics and our assets. So one of the things that I found through the data is that around 4% of the Hispanics are only the pool. They are the pool of individuals from all the individuals that are certified. About only 4% of them are Hispanics, and then that's on CPRP. On CPRP, the numbers are even lower. When you account even for entire people of color, it's like around 7 and 8%. So it's definitely there's a lot of ground to cover to equip individuals, to encourage them to see these as opportunities, because sometimes we ask ourselves, why are we not, you know, better represented at higher levels on our organizations, on leadership roles? And one of the areas is that we are not, um, we're not taking advantage of these opportunities. I guess I truly believe that if we're able to position ourselves to uh, with the tools and the resources that are available to present ourselves as the best candidate, more equipped candidate, we have a better chance to compete for those higher level opportunities. And so that's part of our journey. How can we spread this information? How can we encourage others on our community to see the value of this?
Yes, awesome. Thank you. So just a couple more wrap up questions to tie a bow around it. What's one key message that you'd like to leave with our listeners today?
Yeah, definitely look for ways. I mean, my recommendation in terms of certification and in terms of this topic, find your why and find if this is the career that you're planning to do long term. If you're not, if this is not what you plan to do long term, then that's definitely probably this is not the something that you necessarily need to engage on it. But if you found that park and rec is your field, so this is the standard uh, to to prepare you for the better future. Go for it. Just do what it takes to present yourself to become the best version of yourself. So this is just one of many opportunities or areas that you can cover, but it's definitely an important one that you cannot take for granted. So uh, go confidently, get prepared. I mean, believe that you are the person that have what it takes to do this, and go for it. You know, don't let your the fate of your journey to fall on somebody else when you have the opportunity to take this on your own hands. Um, so that's one thing that definitely I encourage people to believe in.
Yeah, very motivational. Thank you. Um,
Mhm.
and so, Eric, where can people find you and learn more about your work? And if anyone wants to reach out, where would they be able to contact you?
Well, yeah. Well, as you know, you and I are both part of HPPR, so definitely I will encourage everybody to check out HPPR online, both on our website, HPPR dot online, on our Facebook page, and on our LinkedIn. I work for the city of Fort Worth, so if I can put all my email around at the end as well. Um, so those are just some of the ways they can reach out to me.
Yeah, City of Fort Worth sounds like they're doing really great job. I always hear really great things about all the people that are working there and the all the new and upcoming programs that are going on. Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us on Cafecito with HPPR. For our listeners, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode. We will see you next time.
Thank you, Maria. Have a great night.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this cafecito. We hope today's conversation gave you a little inspiration, connection, and community. If you want to learn more about how Hispanic professionals in park and recreation are making a difference and how you can get involved, visit us at hppr.online. Until next time, keep showing up, stay inspired, and don't forget to bring your whole self to the table. Nos vemos!